So very, very good morning to everyone. Just give me 2 minutes. Something is wrong with my computers today. Hi, Corey. Good morning. So good morning to all. Are you all activating and listening to the Wheel of Money? No. then let us skip today's session because no point we continue doing it. Jaisal said yes. And you guys are not even taking efforts to activate that. No point doing that. Let us do the doubts and the question answers today before we proceed further, where you are getting stuck so I can even focus on that area. So does anyone have any questions here? I know Kavita had some question. Anybody else has any question? Yes, Corey. May I please unmute Corey?
Hi, Sangeeta.
Good morning.
Yes, I just want to.
Anything, Corey, first of all, like I really admire your commitment because I guess it must be early morning in your country, right?
Yes, it is. Quite early. Just past 5:30 or so, yeah.
You're always before time, and the kind of commitment that you have is completely admirable because in India also people don't start at the same time, but you know,
Yes.
I mean, you are never late and you wake up early.
Thanks. Sangeeta, just on the money wheel, I had a question where I've listened to you yesterday where you actually said that you must imagine the money wheel in front of you, spinning it clockwise. The first day, yesterday I couldn't attend the morning session, but I did listen to it. The previous day, I imagined the money wheel being actually around me, but in a parallel motion, spinning around me and sucking in, because it's spinning clockwise, sucking in energies from above and the sides. Do you imagine it otherwise?
I'm not a good artist, or like it is not the perfect thing, but I don't know how much sense it makes to you guys. So if you are this human and this is the wheel, like it is vertical, it's not cutting you, it is with you. Okay. So that is the wheel, and like this is your portal that I asked you guys to open up, the portal of abundance. And this light, as it comes down, like it narrows because like ideally it needs to be centered. So our level chakra is the chakra of ideally, like, you know, many times we are very, very fearful and all. So there are like many other things associated with navel chakra. So this is getting there centered, and at the same time, the center point of your wheel also is there, and then it is rotated and it's activated. And as it starts moving, what you actually visualize is that light starts coming in there. So though I asked like the golden light and all, but like the wheel will start having the rainbow color lights and all also, like it is lightened up.
Yes,
It is moving. And then you actually, for example, like what would be the currency for your country?
Rands.
Okay. So you will see that, you will see US dollars, both like coming in from all directions.
Yes.
Or whichever country you would like to work.
Yeah. Okay, no, sure. Yeah. US dollars will work.
Yes. Is that the meditation is like more clearer in your head now?
Yes, I do find it more clearer. Thanks you.
Yeah. Any other doubt with that?
No, I'm good.
Yeah. So if yesterday, if you missed out, like then do listen to day before yesterday both, because there are a lot of energy which is stuck to us, like genetic belief,
Yes.
energy which gets
Mm.
stuck, which is blocking this wheel, or like, the wheel was also always active. Why did it actually shut?
Mm.
There is a reason like why it got shut, and it's like, I mean, we need to like change it at the level of our DNA as well. So that's why, like I
Yes.
said, I mean, you guys need to continue with it. Many of you
Yeah.
realize is that you guys just wait for the link, but understand you need to subscribe the channel. I mean, guys, just right now subscribe the channel Sister Healing. And because you do not subscribe, you don't get it. Like if you have subscribed it, you just get it. Like, I mean, we have a Facebook page. We are part of it like every day. Like you get the notification that, the live stream has done, this is there. So then probably you just know it. It's right there from the time we start. It is right there. And as I said, this may not remain there for a long time. So you guys, you want to utilize it. I mean, these are powerful meditations, I mean, why are you not utilizing it? I have no reason for that. Yeah, so Amrita has a question. Could you please share the pic on the group, please, so that we could get it better? And yes, it becomes very easy if you subscribe and must to do. Yeah, I will share the picture. I didn't share it like yesterday before the daily theta. I was drawing it because it is not like a nice drawing. I thought I'll get a nice drawing done, but in any case, I will simply like share this scribbling or the drawing, Amrita. And who else has any question? Yes, before we proceed further, you at least know what you're doing. So Jaisal is, ma'am, I got a headache when I imagined the money coming in. If you got a headache, probably there are like more blocks. And always remember, each one of you, when we say blocks and how much ever we put it on other people, like we blame it to other people that probably they took it away from us. There is a lot of injustice done to me. No matter what, how much ever hard I work, I still do not make money. The money that I make, I lose all that money. There are like number of beliefs associated with that. So if we do not identify them and clear them, like ideally in the manifestation class, Jason, since you already have done the basic DNA to manifestation class, we just clear the money related beliefs, like a lot of them. And in the be abundant is like, does the further work for you. So these are two classes which actually helps you to clear a lot of deep rooted money blocks and all. Yeah, who else? Anyone else has any question here? So, Kavita, you had a question. Would you like to come? Because that day I said, like, it will require time, so I'm not answering your question. Kavita Gupta had a question regarding the charity and all, charitable thing. Would you like to come on the platform, Kavita? I can't see her. So, Amrita has raised her hand. Yes, Amrita.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi, good
Good
morning.
morning. So, just a small thing I had, like, my father always used to say ki we should save money and save for the rainy day and keep money saved. And, he never used to allow us to just lavishly just spend money. Whereas my husband is total opposite. He doesn't even look at the price tag also, and he just keeps buying, and he keeps giving to people. And I somewhere, I feel guilty also that, you are such a giver, and I am, you know, I am just curbing it, and I'm the one uh, who is not a giver, and he can give so well, and I'm the one who says, why are you doing this? Why are you just giving it to everyone? So how do I get over that? I mean,
So, see, basically, this is exactly what the belief system from which we are operating with, and that works out the best for you. So, if your husband is more of a giving nature, and it comes from the sense of that there will always be there for me, the more I give, the more I receive, then it works out for him. But probably your genetic entire makeup or the structure is from your parents. So like when we say that we have to save for a rainy day, it comes from the belief that there will be a rainy day which will come, and at that point of time I need to not come to me. Like I am the one who has to make sure that I'm being provided for, right? So first you need to, you do neither need to be your father or nor that you need to be your husband, because you are different. So you need to identify what are your own thought processes and your own belief systems with it. And then probably that, I mean, it's not white or black. There are like many colors in the spectrum. Identify that and walk with that frequency. So like in manifestation, there are like, beliefs like I have to spend all the money I have to save all the money I have to I mean, choose between the food and the clothes. So like for this thing, the money that I get, because people do have those beliefs. And there has to be like a fine balancing fact, like, does your savings make you feel secure? How do you feel when you do not have savings in your account? Are you the one who believe that we will always get? And I still remember when I was teaching Theta healing to our Jain monks. I do not know how many of you have actually seen them. Like they like give up everything in life. They just are in that white color cloth, and the food also, when they go out, whatever they receive from the house, especially like without any onion, potato, carrots, like raw vegetarian and all. Whatever they receive, that is what they get. And like they don't have any belongings. And the new generation, one of our students just became a monk. She's just 25-year-old. And I mean, I was like, why? And she was like, no, I'm very, very clear. And she has learned everything with us, you know. So when one of them came, and she was very educated also, and that time many of my other students did ask, because my other students at that time were actually, for some reason, were from glamour industry, like from Bollywood and all. And they are like, how do you survive? No electricity, nothing to eat post evening, I mean, don't you feel you have to have some money? Like, what if you don't get the next meal? What if you don't get, this thing? And she said, like, honestly, when I had everything, I mean, I had so many things and belongings. That time I felt more insecure than how much secured I feel now when I actually don't have anything. So that savings, a spending balance people acquire from how much they feel the sense of security within themselves. And that is like, without being harsh to yourself, you need to first identify.
and how to do that?
Digging. You need to go on asking questions, and you need to identify that if it feels bad to you that I'm the one, I cannot be like my husband, then how does that make me feel? Where does this feeling coming from? Like there are like multiple layers which are attached to that. When was it for the first time? How does it serve? What is the worst which will happen? What is, so there are like number of questions, lot of downloads, free floating memories need to get cleared. And
Sorry. Because, ma'am, it's very funny. If you talk about me, how much you want money. So I, before marriage also, I used to get everything and give it to my mom. Ki, you take it, There should not be any scarcity of money. That's the only reason. I somehow don't want money for myself, is how it is. I want money so that everyone else is, from now, yes, for my kids, I want it. And I want, so if you say you just want to invest, or I know that's a very funny thing, but that's how it is.
It needs digging, Amrita, because it's not about whether I need money, but like, do you believe that you're deserving to have money for yourself? Like, it's not about you holding on. The question is, the problem is if you don't believe that you are deserving of having money with yourself, because then you block the abundance. So the question is not about whether, like, you feel just, you can justify it only when there is one another name attached to that, because then that is what makes you feel that I am a giver. But in reality, nobody is a giver. Honestly speaking, karmically, in a family of, say, for example, 5 and 6 people, one person might be working hard and is the, like, the main earning member of the family. Another may not even be going. There might be a 1-year-old child, and there might be a 10-year-old, and the spouse or the wife might be just a homemaker. But it is one person whose luck is working, and that's why the money is coming. The other is just being the one who thinks I'm earning, but is actually never earning. So that entire cycle, you never know. Like, whose money are you actually utilizing? You might be thinking, I earn money and I give it to my mom. Like, probably it is your mom's luck which allows you to make money, and you one never knows about it. So, but if, as long as that belief is not that I'm deserving of it, like, and if it is attached with the guilt, if you have money, then there is a problem. If you do not have any guilt attached to that, like, for you, like, I earn, then I have to give it to, like, if I give it to my mom, then I'm fine. If I want more money for my children, then I'm fine. But I cannot ask for more money for myself. Right? So then you need to, because it is a very simple logic. Like, for me, if I have to give answer to it, I require to have understanding and clarity about it. So if I will say that, I want to have clarity and I will go for my further theta class to US only if I have to do it for somebody else. It doesn't work. I have to have it in me first to give it to someone. And that effort has to be like, there has to be, the sun can give light only if sun has the light. So would you like to be that sun, or you would like to remain in the dark? That is the question. And then how you channelize it, it's completely up to you. Whether to your children, whether to entire, like, my children do not even believe that we should give it to them. They believe that, this is why the economy doesn't. So you do not need to earn for us, like, with it. You have given us education. So the thought process does change, but having that introspection is very important, and not just introspection, having worked on that and clearing it is very, very important. And you will be shocked, like, because you also have learned basic theta. Like, when you come in manifestation class, you will be shocked to know how many beliefs we all hold on to. Like, we give people around 120 to 130 beliefs. 100 beliefs we received from Theta Institute, 20-30 beliefs which are Indian beliefs. Like, Lakshmi Chanchal hoti hai, ऐसे कमाया, 7 पीढ़ी से ज्यादा लक्ष्मी टिकती नहीं, बेटी अपने साथ लक्ष्मी करके लेकर जाती है. These are all Indian beliefs, right? So, like, with, so many classes, like, we have a set of Indian beliefs also for them to work on. And like, whoever comes from their country, we ask them, like, does your country has any particular belief? And you will be just completely shocked how many beliefs people hold on to. Like, one of my students who will eat only healthy food, she would carry her badam ka dabba in the class and all. And she muscle tested yes for I am a junkie, which means like I eat only junk food. And she's like, but I don't eat junk food. But the muscle test will come like, yes to it. And like, since like, when they paired up, they couldn't work. And then I was like, okay, like, so then I had to sit and work on her during the class. And when we started digging, it boiled down to her fear that she was getting opportunity in US to work with much higher pay. But her fear was that US is the only burger is their main staple food. And it just boiled down to and where how she was like blocking her money flow completely with certain, like, so there are like fears attached and they are looped with each other. And how it boiled down to, like, she herself was shocked that, and she was like, I don't know why does my, and then she was blocking her promotion because of that. So these are like, and I never could understand why does we have this belief in the money class, I am a junkie. And I'm like, what does junk food has got to do with, money flow? But I was like, okay, if my teacher has put it, it must be with the reason. I don't question. Because by now I know that, she channelizes and she has put it, why and has put it, it is for a reason. Are you getting my point? Or another student, like, who came from abroad, she was a compulsive buyer of Sabyasachi sarees and never even wear it, but she will pass through that and she will say, like, I cannot stop myself from buying a Sabya saree. And then after the class, she said, no, I don't just feel like it. My husband is very happy because you have helped me to save so much more money. She said, I go and I think, but I don't need it. Like, I don't feel like it anymore after the class. Yeah. So, yeah. Who would like to come? Like, we have Kavita, we have Pala. Yeah, let us take Kavita, and then we had Pala and one more person. Tomorrow we have called somebody. So like your other people whom question I cannot take, I'll take it on Friday. Yes, Kavita.
So thanks a lot, Sangeeta. It's really a pleasure to see you, and I look forward to these mornings. So
I look forward
I have been
the
yes.
time you are part of Sesta team.
Yes, I am going to be. I am quite determined on it.
Yeah.
So, Sangeeta, this, I'm wanting to know that when we have a foundation, like I'm having a charitable foundation, and I do past life regressions. So when I charge for it and I use it for charitable purpose, sometimes the doubt comes that is it okay to charge for the services, because anyway it is a charitable foundation. So should I be charging for the services or should I not be?
Okay. What do you want to achieve by doing a charitable foundation for the people whom you want to help out? Like, what do you want the final results for them? Like, what is your intent behind it?
My intent is to make maximum people. I have a goal of a ridiculous goal of 100 million people happy. I want to make them happy in whatever way, whether it's orphans or whether it is through education scholarships, or it could be through any other way. Like I am a great believer in education, so I want to reach maximum, education to more people, and orphans I want to, because they are the ones who are completely helpless. So they are the ones I would like to also.
Okay. So let us take an example. Number one, happiness is a state of mind, and you cannot make anyone else happy, no matter what you do. Even if you will make them stay in a 5-star, your voice is going. There are two machines in your. Just mute it and then again that time, because voice is it.
You want me to mute it?
Yeah, mute it and then
Okay. Okay, I just want to say one thing. Through past life regressions, I have been able to make people happy. Yes.
I'll answer everything. I'll answer. You just mute it first. Yeah. So number one thing, Kavita, like happiness is a state of mind. As long as it is dependent on somebody else, then that permanent state of happiness one cannot achieve. It has to be something like it has to come from within to a person. So one, like the thought that I want to make happy somebody else and I am the reason of happiness doesn't exist. Because then what you are attracting is only unhappy people into your life. And by constantly seeing unhappiness around you is not adding up to your own happiness. So number one, like when we go deeper, so let us keep it aside. Okay. Like, because I had started my journey with this mission, and then very soon I realized my mistake of my mission. And I was like, then what you attract from your family members, friends, other people is only unhappy people. They might be very happy, but the part, because you have sent that intent to them, what you attract back from them is only that unhappy part in them. And by seeing unhappy part in them, like sometimes drains you down and doesn't make you happy. And then it's a vicious circle from which you do not get out. And then I change it to I am happy, I'm surrounded by happy family to spread the happiness. But not that, I want to make them happy. Like I'm no one to make them happy. I spread my happiness, like when I'm around a happy person, if I'm a happy person, they are also happy. So number one, that. Number two, if it is an orphan or a beggar, doesn't have money, and like I give them money or I give them a service for free or I do anything, what I'm giving them a subtle message is that you are not capable. I am the one who is capable. I am the giver and you are not. Right? And that help, am I helping them with the helplessness? I'm not. Because I am giving that message very clear to them that you are not capable of. At the same time, when we look at the universal law of giving and receiving, so the energy that you give, that is the only energy which you can receive back. So if a person is always only in the receiving mode, they actually block their abundance when they are not giving it back. To learn to give and receive both equally, very gracefully, is the most important lesson that our soul has come down on the earth to learn. Both, even receiving gracefully, there cannot be any imbalance because that is the karmic debt. And the karmic cycle continues there as long as those accounts are not in balance. Coming to the third aspect of it, like there are many charitable institutes, but they all run on the donation. I'm talking about the big charitable institutes, right? So to run an institute also, the money does come there. So is it that actually a charitable institute? One thing which I realized in my journey, like, a simple example which I would like to share. When I started my journey, I worked in a charitable institute for 1 year where we as therapists would not charge anything, single amount. So what is the receiving from your side? You are getting practice. People come to you and you get to work on them. And that is what actually sharpens up your skills and makes you a therapist. The institute used to pay 10,000 per day for that rental of that place in Mumbai. And what we were charging was 100 rupees. So obviously you were not even fulfilling. And our teachers had very clearly said, please charge that 100 rupees. And don't give them that 100 rupees off on your own unless and until you genuinely feel that they genuinely do not have money. Trust me, Kavita, like I was working on a schizophrenic person and for some reason, they would not pay anything and they would say, because she didn't even have 2 pairs of clothes to wear. And they would come and they will tell me that, I mean, Tuesdays and Fridays, the day in which you have the charitable, we don't take out the money from the house. And it actually didn't matter to me because I was feeling so bad about her. I would give her that, the lift in my car. I would think that let me, like, give her a haircut, let me pay for her outfits, let me do that, because, I mean, they actually do not have. And then while giving the lift, the mother would complain that how the building where they were staying, people wanted to take that house away from there, and there was a lot of politics there. They stayed in a very good building, not that they had paid money for that house, but it came to them in inheritance, like from the father-in-law and all. And in Mumbai that time, the house value, they were not in a position to be able to sell it how the paperwork was, but the value of the house was somewhere around between 5 to 7 crores something. And they don't have food to eat. Like, this was the position. And I went on telling them, I cannot help you there. What can I do about it? Why don't you also in the charitable take sessions with somebody else? But one fine day, like, I just thought, why have I attracted these people into my life? In spite of me telling them 10 times, I can't help in your building. So whomsoever I attract is, they have come to teach me a lesson of life. And that is my simple funda in my life. And then I realized, like, when I went on going deeper and deeper into it, and then I realized that I actually unknowingly is harming them more than like the benefit, because I'm not taking any money from them. So they actually have a joy by saving that money. And that they do not realize that 100 rupees what they are saving, what they are putting in bargain, is the house worth 7 crores. Universe doesn't understand that. Because when I feel that, I mean, I could fool someone and say, oh, Tuesdays and Fridays, we don't take out the money and take that free services. Universe, you take joy, oh, I'm getting it for free, and you are not ready to invest. Universe also gives it back to you. And then how suddenly they started attracting people where it is going in that free amount, like without getting any money for their house, and they cannot help it. And then creator just told me that this is your ego, because you don't want to charge that 100 rupees. I mean, though it was not coming to me, but it did not matter. I am the one who has to learn to ask for that money. And then the other day when they came, I said, if you want to continue with the sessions, you need to pay that 100 rupees for her. And since now 3 of you are taking 300 rupees, otherwise we have to stop taking the sessions. And then they started paying, and you will not believe their complaint that people who were manipulating, their house remained safe, that those games suddenly stopped. And then this is not just the one example, Kavita, like in my journey while working in charitable, and even now, we realize that big times, many times, when we actually say, it's charitable, like, what is the mindset of the people? If the mindset is, I want to get only free for every one of you, it does not work. Life is all about giving and receiving. If I'm doing a session for my servant, probably I will not say you pay me money for that, but probably energy exchange, I will ask that today you do one extra task. If I do it for my mom, probably I don't ask, but I'll ask my mom to give me a hug. But some sort of energy exchange does happen, and the exchange for which there is some value attached to that. So this entire thing is quite deep, but I hope it has brought some clarity to you. But for whatever you are doing, like, just go deeper. You are doing it in the past life regression. Please, my suggestion would be do charge, because you get into the karmic cycle of people. And where does that karma will go if the energy exchange, you are not working as a professional? And then that karma has to get attached to you. As a healer, I've suffered and I've gone through dead door for not charging people money for their sessions. My D3 count from 64 and after that session came down to 20 in one day. Your body can get depleted by many things. And then you complain that I have a health issue because you are not keeping your accounts very, very clear. I'm not asking you to charge, but like there has to be something, they have to value that effort, because especially past life regression, no matter what you do, you are working with the parallel universe. You are not only working with this lifetime, parallel universe realities are changing. And a lot of things karmically that they have attracted are getting changed. Like Vayana's class, and also if people take charity and scholarship in the classes, then they are cleaning the room after the class. They're cleaning the bathrooms, they are cleaning the rooms, they are doing something, they are offering all these things. I hope this makes sense to you.
Yeah, no, I wanted to ask you, like orphanages, if you donate money over there or spend over there, what can you ask the orphans to do? Because they are,
Yeah. Probably, I mean, whatever they have, like, your intent should be to make them very independent. Like, I mean, probably we just give donation to them, but if we create opportunities for them there, where, they are creating products, what they are selling, they are getting money, we help them to buy that, we like help them to do that. Like, then probably our dream of having a place where everyone is earning enough, where we do not require any more orphanages, like it has to be very different and out of the box thought process. Because एक भिखारी को जाके 1000 रुपया देने से उसकी जिंदगी नहीं निकलने वाली, लेकिन आप उसको यही बोल रहे हो कि आपसे नहीं होगा, I am the one who will give you, I am the capable one. But if you create, like, I mean, we create those centers where we tell them, I mean, the same money, you go, you learn those skills, like, you are being a carpenter, you are learning to be an electrician, you are learning to be that, you are learning to earn money here. You are the one, like, probably their thought process needs to change. And it is very funny because we have gone to so many orphanages and we have offered our services, which we normally charge very high, for free. There are entire team, I prepared them with different kind of workshop that, we want to reach out to them. And when we finally went there, they are like, what do you do? No, we are not sure whether, we don't understand what you offer. We don't want it for free. We don't want it. We had offered on my 50th birthday to people like flat 50%, which Vayana was very much against. I can get disqualified for that. But I requested that in India, the money consciousness works very differently. Please allow me that once. Please allow me, because I want maximum people to take benefit of it and learn it. And the Theta healing classes, and to my surprise, only 4 people enrolled. And a lot of them just after that enrolled, and I said, were you not aware that you were getting it at 50%? They said, yeah, we were aware, but we thought it is very fishy. There must be something wrong, so we didn't enter. So people did not take advantage of it. And like when it is, like people feel value for it. If suddenly the gold which you are getting for a price, somebody tells you that, in today's day I'm getting, you think like, ye gold mein kuch mixture hoga. There must be something wrong with it. How can they sell it at that price? You cannot change people's thought process. So like, have your intent clear of that 100,000 million, like whatever is like where they believe in themselves. I can and I am creating abundance for myself. If you just bring that change, you have achieved your goals.
great.
Is that making sense? Yeah.
Yes.
And thank you so much. Tomorrow is a special day. We have actually called someone who will actually guide you all with making money, investments, and many other aspects about it. So make sure that tomorrow you all are there very much on time. She has specially taken the time out to help and guide you all, and she will be coming only for tomorrow's day. And post that on Friday, like there were Pala and I guess one more person, like there were people whose I could not take you on the platform today to give you answers. So Friday we will continue with our question answer session, and the further downloads from whatever I've heard, like including the balance between savings and spending. So like Amrita's question, Kavita's question, like everyone's questions, what point you guys have raised, all that, including what Jessel said, she gets headache while activation. Like all those points will be covered on Friday. Yeah, so make sure to invite more people tomorrow. We will share with you the details of our special guest. Make sure that everyone take advantage of that. So thank you so much everyone for joining, and our journey of having clarity and uh, evolution that happens at our thought process together every day morning. Thank you so much. Lots of gratitude. See you all tomorrow, 9 a.m. Thank you.